We got jungler starting on the bot side, going up. Wait a minute. Actually, wasn't doing an interesting jungle route here. Nope, Joey's gonna get that E right to the face.
Yeah, it's
E
just
level
gonna
1
be.
Zyra?
Yeah,
I guess
it's
for the
pretty
invade.
normal.
Oh, okay.
Actually, regardless of invade, E normal's pretty normal. But Cal will yell at me and say that Q is the better start.
Volume up.
On just 30? Or
Oh, 30,
both of
okay.
us?
30 volume. Okay, hello. Is
Yeah.
this better? Hopefully this is better. So, someone in Twitch chat, tell me. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Alright. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for getting the play up to speed there. Wang did also lose the flash. It looks like from a self-taunt into turret.
The classic problems. But yeah, we do have Chapman coming out on Silas here. I think this is his first one on that this season.
Maybe lower SF in game.
Sound effects. Sounds like
Oh,
the
wow.
game sound is a bit up.
There we go. That should be better. Wow, I've never turned that down. That changes everything. But I think I have that purposely because that's important to know.
Yeah, it might be. Ooh, Mick getting stunned there. I don't think. Yeah, no kill pressure there because of that huge wave. Like you get beat on by that wave, and you might as well be under turret.
Yep. All right, so yeah, junglers now finishing up both their camps. Tekra maybe a little bit on the lead here. He's looking bot for something. It's not warded deep enough to see this. Wes is gonna come in here with the
flash
E
stun.
coming in. There's Mikaro going down for the first blood, going over to Salvo.
Yeah, imagine just having your AD that could start things. Seems good.
Yes.
And with that, ooh, he went for it, but
Yeah.
couldn't quite make it happen. Oh, right.
Yep.
Let me see farther. You're already out. Mine was claustrophobic.
I think he's playing a little bit of fire here. Maybe not. I don't know. It seems.
Yeah,
I'm not the guy to be asking. I'm not a top laner. I would.
He's facing the really hard choice of giving up the wave and plates right now. But what if you just die and do that anyway, right? Like you burn the TP, but Silas is also out of mana, so we're probably just gonna see the exact same thing out of Silas. He'll push one more wave, then he'll back in TP.
Yep. Top lane things. I'm sure all top laners can. They're watching this gameplay right now. Like, yep, seems about right. Oh, direct to camera is broken this match apparently. I mean, we got a fight going on down bot. Albino Joe getting caught out here. Wang's gonna get exhausted, but it's not gonna be enough. Actually, a heal from Salvo. He's walking. He's shielding.
The stun.
Salvo with the gold card. Wang is now getting hit up.
He's getting greedy. Going at what?
Oh!
Wang!
There was no self taunt there. That was just Wang's taunt. And Splinter's coming in for the re-engage on the backside. Mick's gonna go down once again here. Gonna pick up that kill for himself, surely.
What the hell was that?
Okay. Sometimes when you play Briar, and I'll say this, you just want to go in. You just want those feet.
Now I'm with Blab on this one. Win trading. What are you getting out of this, Wang? What's in it for you?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's thinking taunt is up and he's just spamming for W2, 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 W2. For people who don't know, that's the one that heals Briar. Where all of a sudden it's like the big chunk that goes, and then.
I don't know what was going through his brain. He's not going to enjoy this part of the stream when he rewatches it.
No, certainly not. That's okay. Okay, Void Grub, Bryo here for the blue side for West of the Boulders.
looks free. They're just doing Dragon instead.
Okay, low-key, Hecarim's actually good at Void Grubs, right?
Oh yeah, just spam AoE.
Yeah, he just stands in the middle.
If they timed that just a little bit better, they would have got... Ooh, Ari over the side? I don't know.
Okay, with a good little hook there, but it's not going to mean much. At least they get him off it. They only secure 2. Meanwhile, they get the dragon on the bot side for Briar's Featurey.
Yeah, they got him off. It looks like they were willing to give 2, but if they don't go back and clear this 1, there won't be more grubs.
Ooh, legitimate strategy?
I mean, I assume if you could get them all,
why would you
want
it? Yeah.
This is okay. Here's the problem. This is the same play. Purposely doing this is the same play as not taking soul, so they can't get Elder. It's obviously that the power level there is way different, right? You're talking some tower pushing versus insane gold numbers and stats and stuff, but it's the same idea.
Oh, well, I thought Hecarim, I thought he saw him up in the pit there for a second. Maybe he's trying to clear a ward, but he did not take it. But Wang will take it. So good, yes, they will clear that final grub. We should get another spawn here. Maybe. Dario Chapman going in on Tank Axe, gonna take a little cover shot there.
And just screw it up the turret aggro just a little bit and just equalizes that trade.
Oh, bringing 2 up for what's just in the boulders. Wang's on
the
backside of this, but he's too late. Chapman steals the Malphite ult for the unstoppable out, but there's the Hecarim ult to secure it. Best's gonna get that one.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, even with Malphite R to get him out there, his only chance was to hold that flash for a better time, not blow it immediately, and hope that was enough because they just flashed after him. While Thrifty getting first plate in mid. Take a look. Even though Hui has a kill, yeah, dead even on gold.
Yep, got that on the stream now. At West got 347k gold in here. Oh,
Thrifty's that
here
was
in the mid.
Yeah, he has to blow his flash to get out of there, but just missed.
So close. I think, yeah, Vestas 1 will just die. The Briar ult is just too good early on. Thrifty's juking, he's diving in, he takes out Salvo straight up in the face of Vestas 1, but he will get the trade kill.
Salvo just trying to walk home and getting jumped. Hecarim is bottom, so they might think they have time to push here for this plate, and they might get caught by West coming over.
Yeah, Salvo, no ult, but no, okay, they're backing up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, West, I think, yeah, he actually backed off there. I think he could have pulled the trigger, but
I don't.
Maybe not.
He doesn't have ult or ghost.
True.
Like
yeah.
that would be hoping for a lot.
So, 5-1 in kills here. 10 minutes in. 2k gold lead straight up for West in the boulders. Which I think is a good thing for this their team comps, as we were saying in the draft. Briar's Featurey, they are definitely looking to get to objectives early, get those picks before any kind of team fights can happen, and being behind just makes that a little bit tougher. Still totally winnable though, not a lot of a lead there.
Yeah, and it's just from all the kills that they've been getting on these early fights.
Yep. Yeah, not the greatest laning phase so far. Definitely not how they drew this one up for Briar's Featurey, but I think they're still feeling pretty confident here. They already got that first drag.
See them looking for this pick in mid. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get it.
Zoning out to get that scuttle. Trying to clear some vision here. Minute left on this dragon spawn.
Man, I'm looking at this fight top, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, they're gonna hit each other for about 10 to 30% of their health bars, and then they're gonna walk away. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like either side is trying to do anything aggro. They're literally both just farming until next objective comes up.
Yeah. Interesting, it looks like Tankax and Sony took a little venture into the Wang's jungle there, and they put a control ward on his red, and then they went topside. Dario Chopman uses the Hecker ML to try to escape this time. Not gonna work. Oh, Salvo's already down. Jizzy with the kill. We missed the front end of that engage, but...
With just taking a look at their portraits, though, that's both of their ults down, so you can guess what happened. Ashe starts it, and Zyra keeps them there.
Yeah, but Salvo with the no summoners too, so probably an easy cleanup. Thrifty going back in, he does hit the charm, but he is so
that's
low.
So dangerous.
He's been playing with fire tonight with his health pool.
Yeah, true.
Hey, he's just a better player. He's pushing the limits.
And because of those kills bot, that gives them Dragon, that gives them plates on bot. The WES is countering with the Rift. Or sorry, the second. Wait, that was just one? Oh my god, he just went back. That's right, Rift isn't up yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. It's showing us one at a time of the grubs dying, so I thought for a second there that only one grub was up from the first one. They did. Red side did go clear it, so they have 5 grubs now.
Ooh, okay. The 5-to-1 grub trade for the 2 drags. How do you feel about that?
I'm totally fine with that. Where is that? Oh, that was going mid.
Yeah, he's looking for a side angle there. Doesn't hit.
5 grubs is strong. It's so strong. That extra pushing power is insane.
Yeah, and especially when your team's ahead, it's so good. But the question is, can WES and the Bowlers get up to these turrets and start dealing damage? I know bot has been tough to get up there. Actually, 2 plates down already for Tankax on the top side, so maybe take that back. Get some value out of this grub. Thrifty going so deep with the flash, the ultimate, the charm at the end, the cleanse from Bestis one, and he gets out with the flash. Meanwhile, bot lane, Splinter comes in with the Hecarim ults. Gonna get the flash out of Mick. Entity.
I think 30 was expecting he was gonna flash right away, but Bestis was literally just waiting for him to throw that charm.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 good players, like, thinking ahead, 2 steps ahead of the play. Like, exactly. This Bestis one knew he had to save the cleanse until the charm. And Thrifty knew the same thing, too.
Yeah. Wild.
Oh, Salvo, he's trying to be aggressive with the gold card there, but it's so sketchy. Oh, he does the sums now. Whew. Oh, the ults are back up for Ashe and Zyra. I mean, these ults are so low cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, Ashe ult is a decent amount of time.
Yeah. Oh, mid lane, Bestis one, no sums. That should be a kill. Dario Chapman with the stolen Malphite ults. Everyone piles on. Wig's gonna take that one for himself. Why not? As a jungler, I don't hate that play. Okay, Herald started up by Friar's feature here. They do have the Prior Thrifty pushing up heavy on Splinter here as he's trying to protect the mid tower.
With where Joey's standing, at half health, I'm so surprised they're not just ripping this Ashe ult at him.
Yeah, that's what I'm really concerned
Joey
about.
could just be dead right now if they decided on it. You blow all of your cooldowns on him, you walk away because he W's, then you don't want him to get the counter kill and get back alive. Easy game, easy life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you take the sums too. If they blow all the sums, sure.
Yeah, Rift getting dropped in mid, that's absolutely a turret. They're probably... Oh, Wes is coming here to try and make him punish for that. Oh, he got charmed!
The preemptive charm right when Salvo lands the teleport and he goes down. But Thrifty's gonna go down on the backside. Wang has to flash out of this, but I don't think he's gonna get out. Splinter's going hard and he gets the double. WES and the Bowlers, they want this win.
Yeah, they didn't, because of that. Ooh, is Chapman going down here? Maybe? No? No, okay. They are gonna counter push that mid. They did lose their turret. I think they're gonna get the whole thing because plates are down. As red side also, yeah, and red side is also push bot. There's the turret. Is no, because she's forced to go attack her friend.
Yep. Joey gets out. Incredible. Mick was looking for it.
Yeah, he was trying, and because they stopped attacking this, does he get this?
You have to get a tower. Mick, you have to get the tower.
Mick, you have to. You have to right click the tower. You have to kill the tower. I know what was happening in his brain. Okay, in his head, he was going to get executed there.
Right.
He wanted to get executed before Wes could get there.
Yep.
That was the plan.
But
execute timer is so long, dude. Like you were just fighting him.
Yeah, and isn't the global gold for your team better? Tower, macro, waves, minions, no tower in the way. I don't know. We'll need some analysts value breakdown to break that one down for me. Joey going a little too far here on the Renata Glass, and yep, over the wall, 50 Senpai with the charm.
That guy's dead. That guy's dead. I don't care how long it takes.
Oh, he's flash, and he's out next to the tower that's still up here. Briar ult does land salvos. He's gonna get ulted. Joey's gonna go down. The tower finally goes down. Splinter on the backside trying to.
The W, he's gonna kill Thrifty and get
He saves Joey! Salvo gets us down, but it's not enough. Wang will get the kill on the backside, but he is in no man's land right now. Tizzy with the 1v1 against Tank Axe. He'll go down. Pure Clown Fiesta.
Place dead.
Oh my god, a 3 for 2 at the end of the day?
Technically, they got that turret that was basically dead.
True.
So, however you want to think about that, but they also just got tops, so that's 2 turrets for that play.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on if you count the bottom one, because it was basically dead.
To the game's programming logic, yep, that's 2 towers right there. Oh, this is one. I don't know what the range is here for Wei, but yeah.
He's got one. He's got his ult and one of his abilities is really long range, but otherwise he's... Oh, that's his extra shield popped. He's weak now, and here comes Ari. Oh!
But it gets cleansed, and yeah, there you go.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. There's too much CC left with Thrifty and Mick.
What an angle on that arrow, though.
Yeah.
For real.
Nicely done from Tizzy with the snipe.
They're ready. They want to jump him.
Oh.
They're coming for the ward.
The pink ward over the wall.
Oh, too slow, too slow.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate. They really wanted them to face check it for ultimate value there, but they're too smart for that. And they'll pick up the 3rd drag of the game.
Yeah, they've had good dragon control. They are down the grubs, so
yeah,
they're getting the value where they can.
Yeah, and if anything, I just, once again, going back to the draft, I just feel like it should have been flip-flopped, ideally, right, for these comps. I feel like drags are better for the team fighters, grubs are better for the pick comp, but it's okay. I mean, Briar's Future, right, they're still in it to win it.
The first 2 drags were basically, they were trading the stuff top instead, right?
True.
So that's why the drags were traded. That one was, they got their pick, right? They picked bottom, and then they went and got it exactly like they want with this team.
Yes, exactly. And Thrifty. Wait, rewards.
That's, you didn't lock in any card. Okay, cool.
We don't need that card.
I think he's gonna have to use it to try and get away, but I don't think it's gonna matter. There's no turret. He's just dead.
He's going over that wall. Wait a minute.
And flash and dead.
Oh!
That's the long range one.
I moved my director camera there. I got a little too excited, but that was a great escape, honestly. I thought
that was a good attempt.
He was dead a long time ago.
There was just no turret there. He had how are you gonna outrun the horse?
Yeah. All right, let's take stock of what we got. 20 minutes here, 3K gold lead.
Oh, wow, he actually hit that Baron. I thought they were just going to do it, but...
Oh, stolen? It was. Red buff stolen. Wang is in a not-so-great place. Has to flash
over. Zyra ult just stopping that fight.
Oh, Briar ult back into it. But his team is actually, they're running away. Yeah. Dario Chopin teleported into the Baron pit. They're looking for the chase. Thrifty on the backside. The charm lands on Albino Joe. Renata ult to try to disengage this. He'll surely go down for this. But will the rest of his team? Fastest one, not using the blast code. Chopin going in deep. The double kill for him, and they're gonna keep going. Fight continues in the jungle. The flash charm not gonna hit, but it doesn't matter. Triple kill for Dario Chopin and Briar's Feature are pinging the Baron.
Okay, someone's gonna rewatch this stream. They're gonna watch this VOD and they're gonna say they only had 2 people and they took that fight. And that was insane. Like, there's no reason. If you had the info there, if you knew where the enemies were, you would just destroy those 2 in their jungle.
Yeah. Yeah, they almost feigned so much confidence there. Though Wes was in the boulders like, yeah, this seems sketchy. Let's get out of this choke.
I think that's what happened. I think they literally thought they had the whole team there ready to fucking clown into them, and so they backed off rather than taking the easy fight. And that actually is what cost them because everyone was taking so long to get there.
All according to plan. For Briar's feature right here, and they've evened up the gold. I just said it like a minute ago. It was a 3K gold lead for West in the boulders, but totally evened out now with Dragon Soul on the board, Mountain Soul to be exact.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be seeing a fight here, and we'll see if that team fighting comes out. Gold's about even, so if we were right in our thoughts at the beginning, team fight team should be able to make it happen, but we'll see. Gold card onto Silas, though. I don't know. They're struggling to work their way in.
Yeah, tons of vision for the Reds, or for Briar's future right here.
Yeah. As they're also just getting mid because they screwed up their rotations. Festus getting dove.
Ooh, actually Chopman. Splinter with a nice flank, and they go in onto Chopman, but Wang's actually into the backside as well. Splinter goes into the opposing backside, and it's gonna be a 2-for-2 right now. Joey's trying to run away from this, but Tizzy with those slow arrows from Ash. Wang with a stun, and there it is, a 3-for-2. Festus will get out with his live tank axe. He does show up to this tower.
Ooh, that was so close.
Halo again.
And they're gonna get an inhib off this.
Yeah.
Well, was talking about the Dragon had just picked it in a team fight, but they managed to find more picks again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they straight up lost all of that because they just didn't have enough people in the right place. They had too many people in jungle, and they just got their tower deleted and then dove on.
Yeah. Wang went to the top side jungle there. I didn't see exactly why. Maybe to push out the wave.
Yeah, unsure.
He's back. He's back. If they knew he was gone for so long, man, they probably looking for the trigger here. Stolen Malphite ults. Not ideal.
Okay, we're reset up. Everyone's here.
Yep.
Ari on the side. Dragon's just getting toyed with. No one's actually doing it. They're trying to...
Okay, they know where Thrifty is now. They're like, arms over the wall.
Yes.
Thrifty is right here. What do we do?
This is getting sketchier and sketchier. They're split around them. They have
Jabba going in, pulls the trigger. Salvo gonna get hit by the Briar ult on the backside, and he goes down. Tizzy gets the kill there. Splinter's gonna go back in, trying to take out Tizzy and Mick, but it's not gonna be enough. Of 5-for-0 wipe and a Dragon Soul.
Red team double kill.
It's the pings in the mid. That's the Jeeters.
I mean, yeah, you take that because they already had the inhib down, so they got a lot of stuff pushing in.
Damn.
That's one turret, and that should spell the end of it. They're all dead for at least another 7 seconds. Chaba's trying to die to this turret before
they have the minion wave here.
Yeah, it's right there, and he just had to wait a second. But this is gonna. I don't know if they can finish the whole game.
Wait a minute.
Look at their health bar.
It's not the Jeeters. It is maybe not Jeeters.
Don't think so, not just yet. But yeah, they had to back out. They had to back out because Renata popped that ult and sent it. But they did get both turrets, and now that is just a naked Nexus.
Okay, now they back up to the Soul. Nicely done.
Yeah, and Soul is just gonna give them a lot of power to end this.
Mountain Soul with the shields on top. I mean, they can dive whatever they
want. And that's the deal. Like, they don't have to wait for for Baron here. They don't have to split. I think they're just going to find a pick and then end the game through mid again.
Yep. Alright, well, West Buller's taking away the little blue buff there.
Oh.
Tank X blows the Malphite ult on the Dario Chopman straight
That's not good
up.
for them. That Malphite ult being down right now is so sketchy. Estes? Or, sorry. Chopman going down.
Yeah, so I mean, they had to blow it all. What does it mean for them? Can they keep going? They will not. Thrifty with the flash out. Oh, Hawkshot over the top. That was the Briar ult there for a sec.
I mean, that
there's
buys
the Briar
them
ult,
some time. Oh,
and it lands
hit
the
him,
charm.
And he's alone.
Yep, that's what you want with the Briar ult there, and it's gonna be a 1-for-1. Salvo, the recall came in from his team.
They're just gonna rush him down. Like,
what was the call there?
What are you doing? Oh man, straight up, they got a pick, and it looked like they had stalled out and bought themselves some time. And then 3 people just got picked while they were retreating.
Yeah, one was recalling, one was like, hey, let's fight, one was like running back, let's clear a camp in the jungle.
Yeah, Tech X's ult is already down, so there's nothing much more is happening here.
Splitter with a literal 1v4 there. Almost gets 1 kill, but it will surely not be enough. And yeah, it'll be another win in the column for Briar's Feature. It's moved to 4-1. Or 3-1. Or 4-1.
You said they were 3-1.
Yeah, you're right.
4-1 now.
Yeah, we're at the end of the first round robin.
That would be 3 games.
You're right.
Are you okay?
What are they? What are they?
Are you okay?
4-1, 3-1. Did Briar's Feature not play tonight? No, they did. 3-1.
They're 4-1 now, which is not a multiple of 6. Sorry, it's not 6. It's not a multiple of 3. Which is
I'm showing the client. I don't know. Here's the graph for the damage done. Wow, actually a very close one. Damn, Splinter doing his damnedest on a Hecarim pick that is out of style, but it does not matter when he pilots this champ. Look at this. This is incredible. But Thrifty barely eking out the damage here at 18k. Right over Mick with the Zyra. So not bad. Sort of a rough early game there for bot lane for Briar's Feature, but they pulled it around.
Yeah, they managed. I guess the win trading didn't work. They decided against it.
No, yeah, they got a different Venmo payment during the middle of the game. That said, change other way. Do the other one. The other win condition where you win.
There's more Baitcoin to be won. All right.
Cool. I think that's it for the games. I don't know. What are we doing here?
That's above my pay grade.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, everyone in Twitch chat, post your favorite emote. Oh no. Oh no. That's my face. Number 1. That's a good one. Fort 1. Fortnite. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I think this is happening. Yeah, baddie breakdown. Folks, do not go anywhere because we will be right back with the baddie breakdown of week 3.
All right, everybody, welcome back. After a lovely hiatus of unfortunate consequences, the Batty Breakdown is once again back. And we got special guest Crank here in the booth, since caster Mitch is gone. So, the Bong
Welcome
Father
back.
has
Welcome,
blessed
friend.
us.
We
The
we,
30
we
lane.
only
back.
do Batty breakdowns on the 2 weeks for
Yeah,
BFJ, so since that's half of this crew.
yeah, it's for our own mental. We
That
we
makes
didn't have
sense.
we have to win a game that night for us to want to be able to
Yeah.
in the breakdown.
Yep.
Yeah. This time I don't have to go drive 2 hours immediately after losing a game and ruminating on why I picked Nico. So that's great.
Ooh.
Nothing like
Ooh.
living it rent free in your head for 2 hours. You're just like, yeah, the only thing is here is me, some music, and my thoughts.
Oh no.
But yeah. But yeah. Enough of last week though. Let's talk about this week. Had 3 varying degrees of all spicy games.
Yeah.
Yeah. BFJ versus Wormbrown Crusaders, game 1.
Yeah.
What'd you guys who weren't in that game think about
Let me put it up on the screen here. Pull it up on my own computer here.
Sure. While you're doing that, since I was casting the game, that was a wild and exciting game to watch. Just the combination of champions in that draft pool produced just this visual clusterfuck of AoE nonsense. It was very difficult to sort out what was going on. Made for some really entertaining engages. And Thrifty, I think you have a penchant for dying to Hui QWs from max range or something. I don't know what it is.
Dude, just 2. Both of that game. And I was
Cameron missed like both of them.
Dude,
It was the worst.
I was kicking myself real hard for that. I was like, man, if I went 8-4-10 this game, like, because I didn't get sniped by both of those, I would have felt really great about this game. But instead, I feel so mid.
And then watching that game, I think my MVP takeaway from that game was probably Chai. Like, he was on point with the Tarek stuns that game and probably won a couple of team fights just from his own engages and plays there. Did a great job tonight.
Yeah, not a bad
Yeah.
storyline on the Tark at all. I will say, Thrifty, you were playing with your health pool tonight at dangerous levels.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You were pushing the limit a lot, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't.
Yep.
Well, that's okay. A question for you and Wang though. How did you guys feel about the Smolder scaling as much as it might have? I mean,
I
I
felt
know
like
you
it
said before
scaled a
we went
lot.
live, you guys felt in control, right? Or is that game 3 you're talking about?
We're talking
We
game
were-
3,
we were-
but we also felt in control in game 1. A
guys
little
always
less
feel in
so,
control.
actually.
Yeah.
Until we got the big team fight win where we just wiped out 5 for 1. That was when we were like, okay, now we really got it. Like the triple kill into the 5 for 1 engaged like about 25 minutes in was when it really felt like, okay, we have this locked up now. But
Top man
before
started
that,
shopping.
yeah, Chopman started chopping. The Aurelian Soul scaled as well. So like we had our own scaling dragon, which was nice. But there was definitely a point like where the first fight he came in with Elder Stacks, where all of a sudden it's like, okay, nope, Smolder's gotta die first. That thing's a problem. That is obnoxious.
Yeah, it was
chunking.
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
like the late game you guys just handled the 5v5s just so much better. And like you said, you did the 5v1 flip. It felt like there were so many fights that were extended, super scrappy. But then at the end of it, the death timers be 5 on the other side. You guys have like 1 or 2 or 0 sometimes. You guys just manage like the team fights and scrimmages like so much better. How do you guys feel about that?
I think that's been our team, man. Like I think that we fought good, we've thought good. Maybe we haven't laned good all the time or whatever. But I think I don't know.
Yeah, with the exception
Feel
of
very
like our
good about the squad.
with the exception of our game last week, I think like in this like including scrims and all the other stuff, I think like with the exception of last game, we played last week. I think in general we play really well outside of the laning phase. It's kind of like our team strength. So like if we're able to exit lane in general, we feel like if we can exit lane at like a good spot, we can figure things out.
Escape the shackles of lane. Become one. Become monster Ooga Booga.
Yeah, and maybe it's not even the team fight. It's actually just the macro. Again, I know Swift he'd been echoing that on the stream earlier when he was casting that he thinks you guys have the best macro in the league, and I don't disagree at all. I think you guys do.
It,
So I think that's winning
it,
you guys a lot of these mid games into late games.
it's quite insane. Even in like our Clash or our practice games, I feel like that Thrifty is actually playing Puppet Master and like seeing the whole map and seeing all of the options and like picking the right one every single time. Like I just like there was this one like scrim match where like he like saw like our bot lane like not jart towards Baron right when they needed to, and then like recorrected them, and then like that like half a second was what got us Baron in this game. It was just, there's just been so many calls like that I'm just like, this is Thrifty's on fire this season.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, mechanical and macro wise, yeah. Um, cool. Any other thoughts about game one?
Nothing for game one right now. I think there'll be some stuff where we talk about the ramifications of these games and a bit after that. But I think like as far as the game goes, I think.
What actually other thing I wanted to talk about game one real quick, just like while we were thinking of champ select. Why did we get the Alawi pick into Mordekaiser? That's like, is as far as I know, that's one of the hardest.
Like at
No,
least
the
it's
other
not
way
a.
around.
It's definitely not a favorable matchup.
Yeah, because Mordekaiser takes her in and she loses the tentacles, or she has to pop the tentacles in the ult and doesn't get them
back. Yeah.
Okay, so my suspicion was correct that like Mord are just hard counters Alawi are.
Yeah. It works the best way you want. Like she pops it in there, it's not there when it comes out. She pops it before, he's like, yeah, those aren't doing anything.
So Alawi was picked into it.
Lally was picked. We first picked Mordekaiser
we
that game.
First picked Mord.
Bong, you're right. You were in the channel, I think, when we were watching game one, and you said that.
Yep.
I'm like, oh shit, that's so good. Hard counter pick. And what I'm learning right now is like he trolled himself. Thunder.
Thunder trolled himself with this pick.
Oh
I think.
no.
Yeah.
He's been having a lot of success with the Alawi, so I'm not sure if that was like, yeah, I'm just like fucking vibing with this champ. Let's send it, or what? But
I mean, I get the idea. Like, if Alawi starts rolling faster than Mordekaiser, Alawi becomes a real problem. But like any champion that has to get within spitting distance of Mordekaiser is just gonna have a bad time. The dude just fucks melee range champs so hard right now.
Yep.
Is the only way to defeat Mordekaiser at the ban phase? Is that what the SBL has decided?
I think you just have to save your R for once you're in the Shadow Realm, and then you have a fighting chance. But also, ban phase is good.
Ban phase is really strong.
The hardest counter, if you will.
All
right.
So yeah, on to game two, which interestingly enough, this game everyone now we have the upper half of the cameras here. They're picking up the wins. Bonkrank with the moral support, 30 with the Volbear performance. And what was widely criticized as a terrible draft by both the streamers and every single person watching on TeamSpeak. And was looking like it at the beginning, but it turns out Tentacle said otherwise.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. 30, you could probably let him in on it too. I think you know where this is going.
No, you go.
All right.
I mean, I have a lot to divulge.
Our team derives energy from scuffing the draft. The more scuffed the draft is, the harder we're going to kick your ass.
Oh gosh, it's not. We don't plan that, guys. That's not what we try to do in there. Yeah, that just keeps happening, doesn't it? I'll just say Blab really tied it together with the Vel'Koz pick because once again we never, we get to the end of these drafts and we're last seconding each pick, right? And Blab pulled out the Vel'Koz and he crushed it, obviously. What is it 12-0-6 on this? Yeah, that's incredible.
Thanks, Blab.
Thank you, Blab. Yeah.
Yeah, I the big thing I was like, Blab, also like Bad Boy with the random like the 4-2-1 stat line where he just fucking stuck to side lanes the whole game and just stat checked everyone who came his way. But yeah, we're good. Blab with a monster performance.
Yeah.
I think we also saw this was a game with 3 people who have or at least two people, I should say, two people who have never seen Blab's Vel'Koz and probably have not played against Vel'Koz like almost
or
at
at least
all.
a good one. Like,
Yeah, at least not like this. I guarantee you, Delphi and I mean Stevie Beard. Man, this is actually becoming this may be moving on to a different point. But he's getting caught out a ton, like in all of these games. That wasn't just this game
we'll
too.
need to. So we can talk that. We'll have a little segment afterwards. Where we can talk about the status of the Crusaders.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think like the big thing I want to mention from this game is the Vel'Koz has had a whopping 0% showing, ban or pick all the way until now. SBL tried in Classic. Normally Blab's getting it banned 2 out of 3 games, it feels like. Not every game, but a lot, right? Is this the return of the Vel'Koz to the SBL? This is the Noodle Monster
The
back
ban
to
phase, maybe.
Is this the return of Blab's pool, like being back to normal?
Yeah, I would say we haven't seen Blab picking like any of his traditional SBL champions so far until tonight.
Yeah, I think he stayed away from most of them. I think he thinks they're not in a good spot right now, but Vel'Koz, I think this disagrees. Well, he said he just functions so much better in an organized environment. You can't pick this guy in solo queue
No.
and get dove on. And we kind of picked it into an ideal comp, right? They don't have any outside of Maokai with like a flash W, right? There's no like instant backline access. So Vel'Koz is just free to.
So
Well,
we actually brought this
there
up,
was something,
but it
and
never
he
came
just
up
didn't
during
do it.
anything.
What?
Was Trundle Pillar. Trundle Pillar
Yeah,
hard stuffs Vel'Koz alt.
Good point.
And it's
But the thing was that he
super
never
long range.
it's super long range, and it's actually like so great against. It's the same reason why it ruins MF.
Dude, I've played Trundle a ton. I've never thought of this against Vel'Koz.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
good,
it's so good. It's
actually.
insane against
Little
it.
things.
Can
But
you
the
do
thing
a
is, like-
Nivea wall the other way, like
Yeah.
vertically, and stand behind it?
Yeah, Nivea Wall's really hard though because it only has like 3 points that push on it. So if you don't put it on one of the points, it doesn't push enough to interrupt the cast.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there was definitely times like Blab had a really good position to minimize it and everything like that. But like there was a lot of times that the pillar just went up beforehand in fights.
Yeah, a little too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like if I'm getting touched by the pillar, that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's huge for you.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like one of those things where he needed to. Once they identify, it's one of those things where it's like you have to like make these weird choices. It's like, oh, the Vel'Koz is the huge carry. Okay, well now I need to like just save my pillar only for the Vel'Koz now, right? It's like, but yeah, obviously rough for them. Well played by Blab.
Hey, well, we'll talk about it later with Wormbound. I have positive things to say about Wormbound.
Oh yeah, I do have positive things to say about this too.
Yes.
But yeah, I think we kind of touched on the status of that game.
Yeah. Pull up game.
On to Wormbound as a whole before we move on
Alright,
to
do we have-
game 3.
Oh, let's cover game 3. Let's
cover
do
game
game
three
3 and
first.
then we'll talk. We'll talk
Okay,
teams.
alright,
We'll talk
alright,
mid-season.
All right.
Oh, lest we forget about talking about all 3 of the games.
True.
So yeah.
Game
go.
3.
Game 3.
Those who weren't in it first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, looking at the scoreboard again. Wild and crazy early game, honestly. I mean, I'm thinking back to the bot lane a lot. Splinter's back in the bot lane a lot. Mix getting caught out a couple times, but I don't. Maybe it just wasn't
actually
consequential enough.
I actually disagree. I feel like Splinter was in the top lane more than he was in the bot lane.
He was in the top lane too.
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
he was in both all the time.
Chopman, at least to me in game, felt like he died a lot, and then
Yeah.
he got a bunch of kills at one point.
Yeah.
And then it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Splitter was always up Chopman's ass the entire laning phase. If nothing else, this game definitely wins the SBL Scuffed Skirmish of the Week award. That bot lane fight was comedy gold. Saving Private Joey turned into Salvo somehow getting a kill.
Oh yeah, that was nuts. There were so many of those fights in this game.
Joey felt like walked out of like 2 or 3 fights in the bottom lane with like under 100 health.
Slivers, yeah, dude. It was insane.
Wang's comms on that one was like, I had no idea I took that much damage. He was like, what happened? He's like, I don't even know what happened to me.
I will ask you guys though about your comp that you picked. very not tanky, but very pick oriented. I assume this
Yep.
is very targeted,
Mhm.
like the focus of the comp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the long range engage that you guys had, sometimes like your Briar ults that would land in an isolated target, like that's a free kill with an Ari right there to follow up with the charm. It seemed like it happened more than it did. I only remember the one at the very end, but with the Ash arrows too. I mean, it was all really good
Yeah.
long
Oh
gauge,
yeah.
long range catch in poke. Yeah.
Yeah, we had
I-
yeah, there's like a lot of opportunities to try and find people mispositioned, and then
I mean,
also
it's just
like just casually getting Silas Malphite ults is pretty damn good.
Stylus into that comp was, God, what a filthy
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah. We brought that up during the draft. Treated. That's insane. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
we felt
so
really
good
That
good.
value.
When he picked
Yeah.
Hecarim at the end, we're like, dude, he's got too many ults. Like, there's too many good ults for
How
him
can
now.
you choose?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did because you're talking about the top lane ganks. There's one time he took a Malphite ult, tried to escape, didn't work. He took a Helcrim ult the next time, it did a little bit better. And then I think the next time he chose a Malphite ult, I was like, yeah, that one's better to escape. He's like, I can
yeah.
just pick and choose whichever one for the situation. It's
Yeah.
incredible, yeah.
Those are two of Silas's best ults that he can ever pick. And
Yeah.
and we pinched Splitter's jungle pool, or at least his current jungle
Yeah,
pool on this
Yeah.
one
for
pretty hard.
fans, yeah.
Mhm.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot, and I mean, if you guys were hoping to get him on the Hecarim, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we got to the situation where we're at, yeah, we got on Hecarim. It's like with Silas, like Hecarim ult has a 1-to-1 AP ratio, which is like useless on Hecarim, but it's fucking insane on Silas. Like, you just delete people. It's like,
Yeah, that's kind of
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we're like, all right, feeling really good there. Like, I think the only thing we could have asked for more is like an Alistair support instead of Renata. Like, but
True.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, as
what's
far
up
as the
with all
draft,
the?
you go.
Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say you guys probably had the best draft so far of the season. At least as far as like the idea going into it, it is so clear cut what this comp wants to do, and the fact that you got the Silas with all the value over the alts and stuff. Like after seeing what they picked,
I I
great.
feel like we have not floundered in draft in any of our drafts. Like we
I
have
agree.
we have picks. We know what role everybody's playing, and they've played that
yeah,
role every
yeah.
single time.
Like I said, I'll beat myself up for the Nico one a little bit. I think that was like the only one where we found ourselves in a little bit weren't exactly where it was, and it wasn't like a great pick, particularly for the comp. Because of like I think it would have worked fine in like a pro play comp. But we're not pros, so it did not work.
Yeah.
I mean I
Yeah.
thought it was fine. I agree with you, Wang,
Yeah.
100%. I think all your drafts
Yeah.
are not scuffed at all, pretty much. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is the best one yet. You guys are just getting better with time.
Yep. What's up with all the ways tonight? We played against
Yeah,
two of them.
two ways picked.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a no.
I
That's a
and
way
one
no
ban.
zone for us.
Yeah.
We don't know what that
yeah.
does. Ban, ban, ban,
Yeah. We
ban.
haven't-
Whale's
I,
nuts.
I mean, he's not doing that good in solo queue, like at all. Or is he? I'm not watching a ton of pro play. He's seen play in pro play. Why are
Yeah,
these people
Not
playing
like
him?
not
Baker's
a
played well
ton,
so far this
but
season.
I mean Faker's playing everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, imagine putting a champ with 9 abilities in the hands of the average solo queue rando. Do you expect that they're going to do fine with it?
I think Quay is like what 30 said like with Bio with the Valkyries. I think Quay is a champion that significantly does better in coordinated fives than in
Mhm.
solo queue.
Yeah.
Like the utility in the ult's really powerful. But
Yeah, surprising amount of damage comes out of
he
Wade. I
does
mean,
a
I mean,
ton.
Yeah.
Wade does a
yeah. I mean, he is
ton of
building pure
damage.
damage, so I don't know why I'm not expecting that. But
Yeah.
he seems like he has a lot of utility as well. But maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, if you take the utility, you're not doing the damage. But like, that's the thing is that you can like pick it for the fight and the situation. Now, being able to pick the right one all the time, and also like Hui is overall like he has a way higher like for how high his ceiling is. He also has a really high floor because it turns out just like if you choose to use like basically only like 4 of the 9 abilities, like I guess 5 of the 9 because alt, like you basically can do like everything that you need just fine. Like you're obviously not going to get the max amount, but
Get
Yeah,
you most of the
easier
way there.
champions to pilot in SBL equals good.
yeah,
Most of the time.
most of the time.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
unless
agree.
you can pilot it, which I know there's players, Thrifty, Bestest One, there's people that can definitely pilot the harder champs, but Fuck, dude. I saw
Good
Phoenix playing a Mumu out there. I'm like, God damn, I want to play a Mumu. That
I
looks
wanna
like
play
so
one.
much fun. Nice and simple. Bandage, toss, W
Oh
on,
man.
hit the all.
Full
all
of, yeah,
yeah.
they have all more
Sick.
difficult.
Why do you think I only
Right.
play Garen?
Dude, hey man, we've seen some monster Garen performances, so nothing wrong with that. Chopman's a big believer in the Garen.
If you spin, you shall win.
Yeah.
The I guess though, the real big elephant in the room is there's really two stories here. And we can talk about this however we want. So we have now hit halfway point through the season. We have so the two big things are we've hit halfway point, which is two teams surprisingly are locked for playoffs at this point, actually. Both BDE and BFJ are locked for I mean that could be if they got 05, if they lost out, they could be third, but like they're still going they get to play a best of 5 guaranteed. And the Wes and his Boulders or the Crusaders are going to be fighting for the third playoff slot.
Yeah. Between Westfest and the Boulders.
Yep.
It's every game very critical for Wormbound, obviously.
Yeah. Their head-to-head next week's going to be huge. So important.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next week is
Yeah.
the week for them.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, just mentally, momentum-wise, they got to get both of them, right? Are they playing just one or two?
I will check the schedule, actually. Next week...
They got to be
one.
playing two, right?
Westfest and the Boulders has 2, but they play against Wormbound's 1. But Boulders also play BDE. BDE and Boulders have 2.
True. Yeah. Okay, regardless. So Crusaders, they have just the one game against Westfest, but yeah, that's a must-win at this point of the season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And they
it's
only have
over.
one game to prepare for. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess let's dive into that.
It's not necessarily over. They could win against one of us in the third round robin.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like, the big thing is setting the head-to-head between the two of them, though, is like so big, because like that's a free win, right? That's equivalent to a +1 win. So like winning the head-to-head is like winning 2 games, which is very, very, very clutch when you're talking just this close. So like, Crusaders, like neither of these teams are out, because I mean, like you can't just get third in playoffs, win 2 best of 5s, and you're an SBL champion. Regular season be damned. Start a regular season be damned.
True.
But
it's the truth.
Anything can happen.
Playoffs are a new season. Also, you don't want the honor of me dueling your eulogy on week 6.
But yeah,
in every game, I feel like that you just like Crusaders has the pieces there. They're all there. They're all touching.
Yeah, so I guess like kind of bring this to like more of a focus structure point.
Yeah.
Will Crusaders get a win, and what do they need to do to get that win? Or like, because they're so close, like you said, they're so close. They've had some games where they've really had some stuff going for them, and just like, and it's been different things that have been going for them, and they just cannot seem to be able to piece together the final bit of the puzzle.
Yeah.
There's something there, right? It's not like this team is a lost cause or anything. Like they clearly have the capability to win games.
They're ahead like almost every game. Like they have leads, and I think they've had a lead in every single play.
I don't know about that.
It seems like a majority.
I don't believe that.
If anything, they have a fighting chance every game.
Because our game, I don't think they ever had a lead. Besides, like maybe like after the first double kill, like 5 minutes. I think like after that, like I don't think they ever had more than like probably like 1,000 gold lead if I'd had to guess. But like, and then also like previous weeks. But like, that's not to say like they've had games where they've scrapped. Like they've taken 2 Elder Dragons. Like they just haven't been able to convert on them, which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's purely macro, right?
I think that's a lot of it.
Maybe.
I think like I don't think it's all of it. It's definitely not all of it though.
Yeah. I mean like I said earlier, I feel like so many games sound like
I think their losses tonight were totally macro, both of them tonight.
Yeah.
But previous weeks, I think there's been other things. There's just been failure to launch.
getting caught out before an objective or a fight.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
getting
that.
getting a lot of getting caught, or a lot of like picking a team that scales like that wins earlier and then not pushing their advantage hard enough. Like there's been a couple of games where like I've seen them come out of lane phase and they clearly have the team that's like we win early and then they don't push advantage. Like they just like don't pick fights. They're like too scared to too scared to force the issue sometimes, or then like or the opposite where they overforce an issue. So
Yeah. To me, it was almost like a lack of direction and not knowing when to force or when to even take a fight. Because it was either tonight or last week, but I think it was the game that you guys played against them. Everyone got to dragon. 10 people are at dragon, but they're in near the dragon pit. They're inside, but you guys are like around them in a perfect like circle, and you have every lane covered. And they're just like, where do we go? Oh fuck, fuck!
Yeah,
And then they're dead. It's over. It's like they have no idea of like what do we do here.
Yeah, watching the map positioning in that game 3 with that 30 was alluding to, where you just kind of encircled them in the river around Dragon Pit. As soon as I saw that formation happening, I just thought in the back of my head, oh, this is not going to end well. This fight is not going to go well for them. Unfortunately, it didn't. Yeah. It was a clean sweep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, a big thing from Cal is I don't know if they're tracking summoners super tightly, or at least like really high impact ones.
Yeah.
That might be something to say. Because like for certain things, like the example he gave was like flash on Vel'Koz is like huge. That's a huge upside. Like when he's like if there's a champion on the enemy team who's doing all the damage and like they don't have flash, like you need to do that. Or like if you know it's like there's a Malphite ult, crack the Malphite ult. Like always try like.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they're all mechanically really good players. Because
something else to bring up is they tried a different roster this week. How do people feel about the different roster?
Oh,
Phoenix instead of Cax.
Good call.
Is the roster swap a net positive?
I'm not sure. I don't want to judge on 2 data points, right? Because it was 2 games out of a whole season, and we've seen Phoenix Blaze play really well in SBL's past, albeit not in the jungle. But this felt like a bit of a downgrade, if I'm being honest.
I don't know if it necessarily felt like a downgrade, but it definitely whatever was going on, and I think at least from the games I've played with both Phoenix and Cax on all games that I've played before, they're both not very loud players all the time. I guess Phoenix talks a lot more when he's mid.
Yeah. I don't think it really. I don't think like either. I don't think their performances today were like irrelevant of like a single player. I don't think if you put Cax in there, they magically won those games or anything like that.
Yeah. To clarify, the smallest downgrade.
They did maybe. I'm not sure if it's. I would say side grade.
Yeah.
They did feel less at objectives, like because like we didn't they didn't fight for, at least in the game that we played. They weren't fighting for grubs at all, and I don't think they got Dragon at one of those, but they didn't get Dragon at the other one. And like it felt like really much like that, and like the side lanes were there. So I don't know. That's kind of a whole team thing, though.
Yeah, I think is there a roster configuration? Because I know their mid laner also plays support. Do you think there's a roster configuration they could try that would be different, that would be better potentially?
Would that be swapping Dolphy for Civvy Beard? Is that the swap?
Dolphy to Civvy Beard, Phoenix plays in mid, put Cax back in the jungle.
That's worth considering, but I felt like Dolphy did really well in mid lately. I almost feel like, if anything, that's the one part of the team you don't change.
Dolphy's got a really weird, or I shouldn't say weird, just like a really different set of mid laners than Phoenix.
Yeah, he does.
Phoenix
He's a significantly different pool.
Yeah. Phoenix has like 3 or 4 mid laners that he's ever gonna play. I feel like we could see a whole bag of tricks coming out of Dolphy, and it working out. But it's just not in the play style. They'd have to really change their play style to allow for. And Phoenix only plays one type of laner too. Like it's a long range poke. I mean, like Aurelion Soul, I guess, is somewhere in there, but I mean, like
it's kind of an artillery mage.
Yeah, he's not going to play Nefiri mid. That's what's sitting in Dolphy's match history right now.
Yeah, Dolphy, if you're asking why Nefiri ban, because it screwed up your team's damage profile.
I mean, does Dolphy play this a lot? until
He has like it's like one of his most played mid laners. We were fine with it in like the first round bans, but when we saw he didn't pick it in the second ban, and we saw they picked like AP jungle and they already had top, we're like, cool. We don't really have like it's like that was like, this seems like a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, they're just so they're
you
all
gotta pick a first rotation.
yeah,
Make it
so,
happen, Dolphy.
they're so
See it.
individually skilled too. Like they're all emerald ranked, aren't they? I mean, it's
They play a lot together too, and they do well in
yeah.
flex. So I don't know.
They're all Emerald Flex. I don't think they're all
Oh,
Emerald
okay.
solo queue.
Yeah. Well, fuck. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
play
agree.
flex that much
I,
even. I don't play it very often.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm hoping that I don't have a stake in the game between them and Boulders for like who wins next week, but I'm just hoping that they get a freaking win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want them.
I do.
I don't want to see anyone. I want to see them get a win by the end of the season at the very least.
I just want them to be tied going into game 18, week 6 of the regular season, winner take all, Boulders v Crusaders.
Hell
I'm
yeah!
so hyped for that end of season storyline.
Is that on week 6? Do they play week 6?
I hope
gotta.
if they don't, then you should
They
change
do.
it, Commissioner.
We're bound Crusaders play Boulders week 6. There you go.
Yeah, if they play in week
Yeah,
4,
let's
they gotta
go.
play.
We can have the storyline.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a Gigabanker next week and week 6.
Yeah. Every week's a banger.
That's true. Honestly, this season the games have been so
This
entertaining.
is a really good season.
So fun.
Super great. Do we think we're going to see, on the other hand of that topic real fast, do we think we're going to see, is BDE going to keep getting away with it? Are they going to 9-0? Can they keep getting away with this?
Duh.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. Yeah.